My experience has been amazing. Words can't describe how I feel, but
my teachers are amazing. They help you understand the topics that you're learning. They make sure you get everything, and they make sure to go around to every student to make sure they get everything.
Summer experience very stressful, but fun at the same time. I've heard other people say the same thing, and it's exactly the same thing over and over again, but they say they had fun, and I've had fun, a lot of fun here.
Because usually in summer I stay home, and this summer I'm actually doing something productive, and even though it's like a lot of stress, like I'm getting the preparation that I need so that when I do go to college, like I don't have to be as stressed as I probably am right now.
But in like this program, I knew all along that it's hard and that it's work, but this is like really giving me like an example of how many hours I'm gonna have to spend studying, how many hours I'm gonna have, like how much I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Just it's like different from high school. It's like a different perspective.
But social civics, I have an amazing teacher, and I'm learning very much about my everyday life because of that. And the difficult classes that I have great tutors that are actually helping me. Like, if I have any questions, I can go to them, and then tutoring sessions, they'll be there, and like anytime that I need them. So it's definitely a good thing to have them.
My favorite memory of Upward Bound was at the UB dance when everybody came together to sing Bohemian Rhapsody. We were singing together and we were having fun, and that for me was very memorable.
Honestly, my favorite experience is like free time when we get to like just hang out with different people, because I came in knowing like 3 people in the summer, and now I know like almost everyone's names.
I guess my favorite memory is all the activities that we do in Upward Bound. They always host movie nights, and also all those workshops that we do. It's usually varies week from week.
I think my favorite memories would be every time I eat lunch or dinner or breakfast with like my friends or like everyone else, because we just laugh and enjoy our time.
My favorite experience so far this summer has been going to the Dodger game, because I've never been to a Dodger game, so it was my first time, and then like the environment itself was so captivating because it was something that I've never really experienced before, and being able to live that with everyone else in like the family of UB, it's kind of surreal in a way, because I never really imagined myself having that much fun at a sport that I have no really interest in.
My favorite thing, I think it would have to be going to see Phantom of the Opera. I've always wanted to see the play, and it's a very nice play. It's a very rare opportunity to go see things like that.
Thank you, President Veach. Thank you, Dean Flott.
Thank you, Biology Department.
Thank you, Dean O'Neill.
Thank you, Will Morris.
Thank you, Dean Ella.
Thank you, Academic Commons staff.
Thank you, Campus Dining.
Thank you, Dean Myers.
Thank you, Alita.
Thank you, Facilities Management.
Thank you, Dr. Ashley Jackson.
And I want to thank Brisa for teaching me all these new things that I've never learned.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Lily, so much for always being there for me whenever I needed you.
Thank you, Felipe.
Thank you, Jalen. You really helped me, I feel like, come to closeness with this program.
Thank you, Brando.
Oh, I love you, Jen. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler and Camille, for making sure that everybody stays in their rooms at night.
Thank you, Christine and Molly.
Thank you, Kevin and Eric.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you, Wally, and thank you, Sachi.
Thank you, Horacio and Leo, for everything you do for not only me, but everybody in the program and the program as a whole.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell, for teaching me English through portraits.
Again, thank you, Mr. Shapiro and Mr. Duenas, for everything.
And I just want to thank Mr. Vole because, I mean, he's a really awesome instructor. I mean, thank you, Mr. Duenas and Mr. Shapiro.
Thank you to Mr. Shapiro. You're the sweetest person ever.
Thank you, Mr. Romo. You've been really helpful throughout the 5 weeks that we've been here, and you really pushed me to not only be my best, but strive for the best.
Thank you, Mr. Gamboa, for being one of the best math teachers I've ever had. I've only had so far 3, and you are one of them.
And to Ms. Cordero, this is my second year having her, and you're the best teacher I've ever had. You made such an impact on me, and I've never been so thankful to have met such an amazing person.
Well, I want to say thank you to all of them. I won't name all of them because it's a lot, but thank you for making this summer, my first summer, very, very, very good, and I enjoy it, and I hope to come back next year.
I want to thank Oxy for having all these schools come and have fun and learn all these things that we don't have the opportunity to learn in our actual school.
That you don't reach just for success. That's what Upward Bound told me. What you reach for is significance.